Welcome back to the Jump Ball University, taught by Professor Mo. Today's topic, pin downs. We're going to talk about single pin downs, double staggereds, curls, and fades or flares. So everybody take your seats and let's get started. So what exactly is a pin down? A pin down is an off-the-ball action that teams run to get their best shooters' looks. So defenses normally are hugging these guys, crowding them, and it's up to their teammates to get them open, clean shots like the Cavs do here for Kyle Korver. Here's a diagram of what we'll call a single pin down. And it's like we said before, it's the big man coming down to set a screen and the shooter coming off of it. And it's the shooter's responsibility to rub his man off of the screen to create the open look. Here's an example of the Los Angeles Clippers running a pin down for their best shooter, J.J. Redick. DeAndre Jordan is going to come set the screen, and Redick's going to run his man off of Jordan's screen and get an easy wide open three. Here's the action again, Jordan setting a screen for Redick and him running his man again off the screen to create himself an open look. When the Wizards run this action against the Indiana Pacers, this defender doesn't do a good job of meeting Beal at the point of the screen. He needs to be up on that screen to take that shot away. He doesn't do that, and Beal's defender gets clipped by the screen, which leads to an open elbow jumper. Now let's talk about the double staggered, when the shooter is going to come off of two pin downs and not one, which makes it even more difficult for the defender because he's got to navigate around two screens and not one, and hopefully gets a wide open look for the shooter. In this example, Redick's going to come off of a double staggered from Ray Felton and Jordan, and he's going to get a wide open three because his defender can't get around in time. Here's a great example of a double staggered when the second screen completely demolishes Redick's man and gives him a wide open look at the elbow. In this example here, the Washington Wizards set a double staggered, and Marcin Gortat does a great job cleaning it up so that Beal's man can never recover and contest the three-point shot. So now we're going to talk about curls, and this is when you're going to curl around the screen to get a layup instead of run out there for a jumper. This is a great example that shows you why you curl. You see the defender here? He's going to be chasing Beal. He's going to be behind him, which means as Beal curls around the screen, there's no way the defender has a chance to recover. So now he's dependent on his teammate to help him. When his teammate leaves, it creates an open lane for Beal and a layup. It's the same thing in this example here. Redick's defender is chasing him. He's behind him. There's no way he's going to get in front of him. So Redick just curls to the hoop and gets a layup. Now we're getting into the more complicated flare and fades. So in this diagram shows, as the shooter is coming off the pin down, the defender is going over the top of the screen trying to meet him at the spot. So the shooter's reaction is to break off and go into the corner, which means you have to be in sync with your passer and the shooter. When Isaiah Thomas of the Boston Celtics is coming off a pin down, John Wall tries to cheat by going over the top of it. And watch the route that Isaiah takes. He fades to the corner and gets a wide open three. Here with the Clippers, when Redick's coming off of a pin down, his defender is nowhere to be found, so he tries to cheat and beat him to the spot, and Redick flares to the corner and hits a wide open three. Here's an interesting example. When Beal comes off of a pin down to get to the top of the key, Westbrook tries to cheat over the top to gamble for a steal. Beal reads it perfectly, fades just a little bit, and gets a wide open look for a three. The most important thing about the pin downs is that the shooters have to be able to read and react to it. They got to know how the defense is playing it and then react to it, whether it's curling, whether it's fading to the corner, or just coming straight off the screen. And that's it for class today. Hopefully you'll be able to recognize all these options off of pin downs the next time you watch a basketball game. If you've missed any of the other classes, you can always go back and check them out at thejumpball.net as well as some of our other features. Have yourselves a great weekend.